Yeah, it's broadcasting live.
First foremost, we're gonna say all honor and praise be unto
Yahweh,
Bashem
Hashem,
Shai,
Yahushai,
Bashem
Hashem,
Kodash.
Lakakadash.
Double honors unto the apostles and elders of great Most
Double honors.
and shalom to the sincere elect and teaching in His truth and faith and sincerity. And the point that we were just speaking about is, you know, us being a body in this faith, and you know, we basically see everyone in this faith. You know, if you be the chosen of the Lord, so everyone has a purpose. You know, and with that being said, you know, us all having the spirit of the Lord upon us, there isn't supposed to be like a room for pride, you know, or a room of pride and envy, man, because really it's just isn't supposed to be like that, you know. So the first scripture I got is what was you gonna say, sir?
Yeah, no, I was just gonna say also we tried doing this before and then Satan got in the midst of you know of the stream and that. So
you know what? Yeah, I'm gonna read from verse 4.
yeah, as you might as well.
This is first. Yeah, this is First Corinthians 12:4. Now there are diversities of gifts, but the same Spirit, and that's a very key point. You know, us being this truth, us being a part of this faith. You know, some people in this faith might have a certain stronger gift than others, man. But guess what? It's of the same Spirit. You know, you have people in the truth who have like very different personalities and come from different backgrounds and different experiences. You know, and have different strengths. Hey, but you know what though? We still have this. We still have the same Spirit upon us, man. You know, and that is something to really understand. And it says, and the differences of administrations, but the same Lord. Now, if you go into the word administration, it means a service. You know, so what does that mean? Is that, you know, since everyone, you know, I mean, it's truth, right? Have their own certain contribution onto this faith, but guess what? They all provide a service, you know. And it says, "Do you want to make a point out?"
Oh yeah, because hey, you gotta always remember, man. Not everyone, and we're gonna go through it because it's gonna be referenced so many times within the scripture. Not everyone's gonna have the same role, but it's supposed to be diversities, man, between brothers, right? And like I said, we'll touch on it several. So you know, I'll make the points as we go on.
Okay. And there are diversities of operation, but it's the same power which worketh all in all.
Can't yeah. So a brother can't say, oh, I'm just you know, I just fulfill this role. I just have this purpose, right? It's but you know, you still have the same most sides, and that's Yahweh, right? You still work for the same guy.
That's right. Same power.
Same power.
And it says, but the manifestation of the Spirit is given to every man to profit with all.
So no matter what position that what do you call it, that anyone has, it's all to the benefit of the entire body. All right.
It says for to one is given by the Spirit of the word of wisdom, to another the word of knowledge by the same Spirit.
So basically, one brother might be good in this part of the doctrine, another brother might be good in that part of the doctrine, but ultimately, it's all given by the same power, man. It's all given by Yahweh.
Yeah, man. Like a brother might, you know, like you have certain people in this faith who can like basically break down to the truth to a T, to the point that it's very easy to understand. And then you have others in the truth who are so called basically are simple in how they make it plain, if that makes sense. By be able to explain something in a few words, man. It's really, that's a gift to explain something very concisely. That's very that's something the apostles always mention.
Yeah, if I can mention on that point, I remember when I was still at school, one of the things that my physics teacher said was, he was basically like, look, man, he was straight up, it was an Irish J. He was like, look, man, I'm good at my job. And I'm good at it because you can't really find a lot of teachers in, he gave physics as an example, but it goes to anything that is quite difficult for the average man to grasp. As bro was saying, it's a gift to find someone who can break down difficult things into something that people can understand. Right?
It says, for to one is given the spirit of the word of wisdom, to another the word of knowledge by the same spirit, to another faith by the same spirit, to another the gifts of healing by the same spirit.
Which also is a reason why different brothers will go through different hells and trials and tribulations. Because scriptures talk about how I will not attempt thee more than
basically
you can handle. Right? Because our different brothers have different spirits, man. Some brothers might be able to bear be able to say, to get over a certain hurdle easier than another brother.
That's right. I'm gonna skip down. This is 1 Corinthians 12 and 14. For the body is not one member, but many.
Right. So a camp isn't made up of one man; it's made up of each of the individuals in that camp, right? And then one brother might just hold post, right? But people don't realize just how important that role is in itself, right? Scriptures talk about making his bodies as living sacrifice. When we're out there, we are literally putting our bodies on the line, man. Anything can happen out the camp, and if the brother who's holding post ain't holding post properly, or if he has a lapse in concentration and something happens, that's on him, right? That's an important role. You're keeping your eyes out. You're in charge of protecting the camp, making sure nothing. No one tries to sneak in from behind or try to steal brothers' stuff while they ain't looking and stuff, man. If you're on signs, right? It's your job to be making that sign held high so that people who are walking past can see it, right? How many times you just be walking and you be coming back to camp for where maybe you go on the toilet, coming back, you're hearing people saying, "Oh shit, what's that?" Or you be on the sign, and then people are like, "What's that say?" A lot of the people that come up will be like, "Why have you got horns on Jesus?" Or "What's going on there?" This, that, and the other, right?
And it says, if the foot shall say, because I am not the hand, I am not of the body, is it therefore not of the body? And if the ear shall say, because I am not the eye, I am not of the body, is it therefore not of the body?
Right, the answer is no.
If the whole body were an eye, where were the hearing?
And that's the point that certain people need to, not certain people, it's putting that out there, it's not aimed at anyone. Right, that's something always is good to keep in remembrance, man. If everyone's the head of the camp, right, everyone's head of the camp, then what about the other positions that need to be fulfilled? Right? And just like as this example is given, if the whole body was just an eye, right, then you won't be able to hear anything. You won't be able to smell anything. You won't be able to walk.
How can you eat?
Yeah, how can you exist? If you're just an eye, where
is an eye? Can you even think?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah. One thing, the eye is very sensitive. It needs eyelashes. You need something to open and close the eyelids. you know, that's part of your reflexes when you see, when your eye detects something, so your eyes closed so it doesn't go into your eye. Right. So what's going to control that? Your brain. What's going to cover that? The skin. But you're just an eye. What about the muscles behind the eye that move it? Or what about all the connections up to the brain that control where your eye sees, where your eye goes?
That's right. And it says, and if the ear shall say, because I'm not the eye.
Oh, sorry. What about your tears? Right? Your tears are an important part, because otherwise your eye will just dry out.
And it says, and if the ear shall say, because I'm not the eye, I'm not the body, is it therefore not of the body? If the whole body were an eye, where were the hearing? If the whole body were hearing, where were the smelling?
Come.
But now, how I have set members, every one of them in the body, as it pleased them. That's right.
Can't.
So it pleases the Heavenly Father to have people play their part in the body. You know, and with that being said, it's like if your body, man, you know, is in sync and as one, hey man, that body gonna actually grow like a, you know, like stronger. But let's say you've got like a internal system that's fighting against each other. You know, you just gonna just die, man. You know, and it says, but and if they were all one member, where were the body? But now are there many members, yet one body?
Right. There are many roles to fulfill in this truth. But what's the end goal? That the word goes out. That we're there at every Saturday or whatever day that brothers go to camp. And we're there to push the word, that the Lord's work is done. That's the end goal. It doesn't matter what role you have in that, right? Because with every position, there is a difficulty that comes with it. And like we were saying before, right? You know, some people want to be heads of the camps, but they can't deal with the stresses and the strains that come with being head of the camp, right? Something happens. It's like how, you know, people will be like, you know, you get, you know, talk about managers and stuff, right? Managers, man, if shit goes down with one of the guys below them, right? Everything, the blame is coming on them. You know, so what do they have to do? They have to make sure that everyone's on point, right? That means you're managing several different people, right? Conflict resolution, because at the end of the day, we're men, we ain't always gonna get along. Always got to be watching to make sure that, you know, brothers are doing what they got to do, right? And then, you know, you got all of these different roles to fulfill, and then you got to be doing what you got. You got to be making sure your videos are done so that you're setting an example, right? You got to make sure, yeah, you know, that's the point. There's just a lot to do, and a lot of people don't know. One, don't know how to fulfill that role. Two, couldn't fulfill that role if it was handed to them. They, you know, their what do you call it? The whole camp will fall into disarray, and we've seen examples of that.
And it says, and the eye cannot say unto the hand, I have no need of thee, nor again to the head, to the feet, I have no need of you. And so what does that mean? Just because you don't fulfill a person's role, or someone doesn't fulfill your role, you know, in the truth and the faith, that don't mean you are more or less than that person, man. You know, because everyone has a portion to play. You know, it's like this. You know, if a person came to the camp and said, "Oh man, why are you the head of camp, man? I mean, I know you've been here for a bit longer than me, but it should be me." You just gonna get confusion, man. And really, it's just gonna fall apart anyway.
I'll be head of the camp this week. You'll be head of camp next week.
When it's truth, it's like, no, he's this. You play your part. it's a team, man.
Yeah, it's a team.
It's like she even comes to like sports and like in football, you have a person who's a striker, you have a midfielder, you have a goalkeeper, a right back, a left wing, a right wing, a defender, and two central defenders, and so on and so forth. But let's say everyone wanted to play up front.
Yeah.
They said, look, man, I'm in goal, but man, I got a good left foot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That means you're always getting caught in the counter.
You're always gonna get caught in the counter and concede. But then like a team that flourishes is a team that sticks to where they actually supposed to play, and over time they all flourish.
Yeah, and then they're masters of their role.
They're masters of their role.
Right. Because you get unbalanced teams, right?
Yeah.
Where you've got a great striker, right?
We saw that today.
Yeah, that's what I'm remembering. Yeah, you got a great striker. The midfield is all right, but the defense is a shambles. Guess what happens? You lose 3-0 in the cup final. Right?
Yeah.
But then you have the opposite where what would you call it? The midfield, every position in midfield, everyone's on point.
Yeah.
Right? Everyone up front, everyone's on point. Everyone in defense is on point. The goalkeeper's on point. And guess what happens? Right? You basically had, like the brother said, you have a team that flourish, just like this truth. Right?
Yeah.
If you're a reader, you're on point. Right? If you're speaking, you're on point. Right? If you're on camera, you're on point. Right? For instance, one of the things on camera, because right now it's dark, you have to be able to manage that lighting. Right? You got to be watching that screen. Oh shit, there's not enough lighting going on. Let me move it a bit so that we can get more lighting in the place. Sometimes you got to say, hey, Salaki, can you just move this position because there's a bit of glare coming in for the camera just so we can get it right. In the summer you might have it where a taller brother is casting a shadow on a shorter brother, and you can't see the shorter brother at all. And then when you get people coming up asking questions, people who are watching at home, quote unquote, they want to see what's going on as well. So the brother has to be making sure that when the speaker's speaking and he turns to the crowd when he needs to, turns to the reader when he needs to. Everyone has to be on point. Hey, umbrella man. Every now and then you need an umbrella, man. If your scripture's always getting wet, your scriptures get ruined. The umbrella man has to be, because sometimes, especially because we're close together, the raindrop will be falling on people's scriptures. So you might have to rearrange projects once. Hey, let me just go in there. So so let me make sure everyone's covered or whatever.
It says, nay, much more of those of the body which seem to be more feeble are necessary. That's right. So even the people who are seen in the faith as feeble, he just came to faith. But the scripture says, nay, much more those members of the body which seem to be more feeble are necessary, man. Because everyone has a use. Everyone has a use. And according to scriptures, the Lord's his building, his body is the church, man. So this is applying to the church, and those members of the body which think to be less honorable, upon these we bestow more abundant honor, and our comely parts are more abundant comeliness. That's right. So those positions in the faith which are seen as feeble or things as such, really it's important, man, because guess what? Everyone has their appointed purpose.
I've got an example, right? This is from Wanderopolis, right? It's talking about how parts of the body that may seem more feeble. One part of the body I like to mention a lot are the toes, right? The toes have an important part to play, right? It goes on here, and it even starts the same by saying what's your favorite part of your body. For some it's their eyes, right? Others it's their ears, whatever, what have you. But then it goes on to talk about how your toes are important. So for example, your toes provide balance and support when you walk, right? So you might just be thinking, my toes are my toes, whatever. But hey, once again, how you feel when your toes are in pain and you can't, your whole walk is all awkward now, walking all heathenistic looking and shit. Why? Because your toes are in pain, you can't balance the same way you used to. Right? So when you walk, your toes maintain contact with the ground around 75% of the time. They exert pressure in a similar manner to the metatarsal foot bones integral to movement. Your toes help your feet to bear the weight of your body when you walk. They play an even more important role in running. When you use your whole foot while running, your toes effectively increase the overall length of your foot, allowing you to run faster. Right? And it goes what do you call it, goes on a bit more, right? But that's just showing you that everything in your body has a purpose. Even something as little, you might think, I could probably live without my toes.
Mm.
Until you lose all your toes, then you realize, no, I couldn't.
And it says, hey, it says, cool. And it says, for our comely parts have no need, but Yahweh have tempered the body together, have given more abundant honor to that part which is lacked, that there should be no schism in the body, but that all the members should have the same care for one another.
Right, there should be no schism in the body. So, like the scriptures will talk about, I shall mention, the division. Right?
That's what it means to be schism.
Yeah, division. Shall I say, you got an issue with a brother, you deal with that straight away, man. You're like, yeah, this, that, and the other. Right? Because once again, in your body, if you have a schism, what is that? Well, that's an illness. That's ailment, man.
And it affects the whole function of the body.
Exactly.
Like, for example, if you have pain in your feet and you have a little limp, that affects your knees.
Yeah.
And then through your knees, it affects your back and your lower back. And then because your lower back, because you're trying to relieve pressure, it affects your neck.
Yeah, exactly.
And then you start, listen to camp. And then it affects your shoulders, and you get pain in your shoulders, and you gotta be doing all of that. So then at the end of the day, that one part of the whole body going through what it's going through affects the whole body.
Exactly. You start putting too much weight on your other leg, and then now you weren't just bad in one leg, you're now bad in two legs.
Yep. That's right. You have your Romans.
Yeah. It says Romans 12:3. It says, for I say, through the grace given unto you, to every man that is among you, not to think of himself more highly than he ought to think. Right? Look, man, we've been given this gift of this truth. We've been given this gift, and all we've got to do is just play the role, man. All we've got to do is play the role, and then Lord's will, we get the reward for it. Well, we will get the reward for it. Lord's will, we're those men, right? But don't then start trying to think, I'm this such and such great guy. Oh, did I tell you, man? I'm the prophet of Daniel. Prophet Daniel coming back in the reincarnation, or me. I know the apostles say King Marshall was King David, but I'm really King David. Hey, just stay in your role, man. Do what it is that you got to do. What says, but to think soberly, right? Think soberly. It said from G4993, sophroneo, to be of sound mind, sane, moderate, right? It's basically Boba says, hey, come on, bro, be serious, man. Basically, we're saying, look, man, just think properly, man. According as the Most High have dealt to every man the measure of faith. Right? You go precept?
No, just a quick one. 1 Corinthians 14:40. Let all things be done decently and in order. That applies to what? The structure. You see, if we in the flesh have a structure, our body's got a structure, so how much the church? A structure. And then with structures, man, everything has got a use, man. For example, you actually might have a very nice big house, a big building. everyone's just paying attention to the outside of the building. Oh, it's got like a nice glass windows and very good paint. But then, so what about the electrics, man? Or the carpet?
You know, that sounds a lot like Esau society, man.
Yeah.
You have everything looking all nice and shiny on the inside, but then you look into it deep, it's like, this is a fucking shithole.
Because it's not structured properly.
It's not structured properly.
You know, and it's like us in this faith, you know, if we don't have the right tools and members of the body, it will suffer, man. You know, and you know, that ain't how it's supposed to be. You know?
It goes on to say in Romans 12, as far as we have many members in one body and all members have not the same office, you know, once again going into what was referenced in 1 Corinthians, well, we all have a different purpose in this truth, a different role to fulfill, right? You know, like I said, main reason I was thinking about this, asked brother can do because yes, it was reading with some of the older brothers, right? About, you know, some brothers like, man, look, man, I just want to stay in my lane. I said, you know, I don't care about being known as that guy, right? I just care about doing what I got to do, and that's the mentality you got to be in, right? Care about doing what doing the work that we got to do, right? Doing what has been commanded of us to do by the Lord, and fulfilling the roles that the apostles have set for us, man. But we said, do your videos a week. That's what we got to be concerned about doing, right? Because the Most High will, if you're supposed to be this great God, the Most High will give the increase. Right. Yes, and so we, being many, are one body in Yahushua, and every one members of one of another, having then gifts differing according to the grace that is given to us. Gifts according to the grace that is given to us. Like I said, some brothers might be good in this thing, some brothers might be good in that thing, but it's given to us of the Father what lot we're supposed to fulfill. Right? It says, whether to prophesy, let us prophesy according to the proportion of faith or ministry.
Yeah, I was actually trying to find something like that. It says, like, you know, can you read that again? If we prophesy,
it says, having then gifts different according to the grace that is given to us, whether prophecy, let us prophesy according to the proportion of faith.
Exactly. So that applies to the truth, man. When, you know, to even teach to teach the word, like basically everyone has a portion of understanding, a portion of the faith to teach, man. You know, go ahead.
Yeah, because some brothers might be really good at one thing. No, as in they might have a speciality topic, if that's a way to put it, right? You know, some brothers are really good at biology. Some brothers are really good at you know breaking down why the Holocaust was fake. You know, and Bo might be able to break it down to you nice and clean. And the brother used the point, gave an he put in the word, but with GMS Cleveland, a judgment shall come. It says laconic, right? LACONIC, right? Which is using very few words. Like some brother might be able to break down certain speciality topics within this truth. But then when it comes all together, we're special of everything. And obviously, you say, you know, always ready to give. And I'm supposed to know everything, but obviously, there's some things that you're just gonna know a lot better than others. Right? And where'd it go? Don't close the tab. It's not. Yeah, it says or ministry, let us wait on our ministering, or he that teacheth on teaching, or he that exhorteth on exhortation, he that giveth, let him do it simplicity, he that ruleth with diligence, he that showeth mercy with cheerfulness. Right? Basically talking about all the different roles that brothers fulfill in this truth. And like we said, not everyone's going to fulfill the same role. Right? And it also talks about exhortation. Right? Some brothers are really good at that, man. You're like, hey, bro, yeah, you know, it's good, man. Yeah, keep doing what you're doing. Right, and sometimes you needed to hear that. You like, hey, you know, but you never know. That brother might be thinking, man, demons might have been fucking with that brother. Oh man, shit, oh, man, I ain't doing what this, that, and the other. Then out of nowhere, man, his brother said, hey, bro, keep doing what you're doing. That's always good. Hey, raise the brother up in the spirit, man.
That's right.
You know? Yeah, I mean, that's something that you got anything?
I'll find something. Nah, don't have much right now. One sec.
Kind.
Because so
Yeah.
well, yeah, I found something else. Where is it?
What are you looking for?
For carnal minded is enmity with the Lord.
Yeah.
Carnally, that's what it says. Carnally minded man.
8 and 7.
Yeah.
Romans.
Yeah. This is Romans 8 and 6. For to be carnally minded is death, but to be spiritually minded is life and peace. Because the carnal minded man is carnal, because the carnal mind is enmity against God, and it is not subject to the law of God. Neither indeed can be. Now, the point really I'm trying to establish there is that what in 1 Corinthians 12, we obviously read, explained how see everyone had their portion of the Spirit through their gifts and through their lots. But for a person to be like a part of the church and body and go against the ranks, against the order, against how things are set, he's carnal, you know, and that's it's like you're actually fighting, you know, against man, you know, and it's like
you find the order.
That's right, but it says to be spiritually minded is life and peace. So that's why you know how certain ranks take place and stuff like that, you know, and how they come to pass. It's just through the spirit, you know. But it says, but to be spiritually minded is life and peace, because a spiritual minded man would understand. Okay, that's his portion. This is my kind of portion, man. You know. I got another one. Magnify. With Paul spoke about that. This is Romans 11:3. But I speak to you, Gentiles, inasmuch as I am the apostle of the Gentiles, I magnify mine office. So Paul got the understanding of his role in the church and his role in the body, because you had, you know, Peter, who was the apostle unto the circumcision. He obviously spoke to Gentiles, of course, but Paul understood that his main office was unto the Gentiles. But then if Paul said, "No, I ain't teaching the Gentiles, man. I'm gonna just teach the Jews who already understand they're actually Jews," he would in turn be doing harm against the body.
Exactly. Because
he's in doing his role. Same as Peter. Peter said, "Look, I'm gonna go and push Paul to the side and try and do his role." You know, he'd be just going against the spirit. You know, but the thing is, during that period of time, everything was on point, because why? They stayed in their role and stayed in their lane.
Yeah.
Like even Paul himself understood that he had heads. Because in Acts 15, so what did he do? He actually went to Jerusalem, man. You know, onto the apostles and elders to go and ask them a question to gain more understanding, to be more perfect. But that came because why? You actually understand there's a body, you know, and that everything has a purpose, and that obviously comes with what, a structure, and the structure is order, you know. So that's why it's important to understand we're a body, and basically everyone's got a portion of the spirit and a part to play in this faith, man. You know. Have you got anything?
Nah.
Really, that's about it. Really, the point's key. The point is that, you know, this truth is a body, and to basically understand that, you know, and really it's like, so there isn't no space for pride in the truth, man. This is Sirach 3:18. The greater thou art, the more thou humble thyself, and thou shalt find favor before the Lord. Many are in high place and of renown, but mysteries are revealed unto the meek. You know, so it's like, you know, us in the faith are all great men, you know.
Yeah,
but it says what? As great men, you have to be humble, man.
Yeah, and the thing is, if the Lord really wants you to maintain that role, you're moving further up in the spirit, right? The Lord will humble you, right? Because, you know, I remember bro was breaking down, man. It was like, look, man, you can't just pray for him to be humble, right? And then the next day, the Lord, I'm humble now, right? The Lord, you know, the Apostle Gabar was going into what humble means to humiliate, man. The Lord will humiliate you. You go through certain things up until a point where you are quote unquote humble, right? And as you're going up in this truth, in certain positions or whatever, the Lord will find ways to humble you. So like I was giving the examples, people want to be the apostles, right? But I mean, obviously, you know, we don't even amongst us, we don't, you know, broadcast everything we've gone through because it ain't for public consumption a lot of the time, right? You know, it's just stuff we've got to go through. You might tell another brother. Sometimes you keep some things to yourself, right? But you can just imagine that the apostles have gone through a lot of things, right, to be in the position that they're in, right? Also, can you read verse 21?
Yeah, I'm gonna read that. Yeah. Seek not out the things that are too hard for thee.
Right, and that's the issue. People will seek out things that are too hard because they're saying, in fact, let me get this in Corinthians as well. People come in thinking, man, I'm gonna be what you call it, the head of the camp in a month's time, right? And they just go too deep.
You do that, man. You're wicked.
You choke, right? And I'll get this in 1 Corinthians 3, right? It says, and I, brethren, could not speak unto you as unto spiritual, but as unto carnal, even as unto babes in Mashayat. It says, I have fed you with milk and not with meat, right? For hitherto you are not able to bear it, neither are you able now, right? Basically, what Paul's saying, look, man, you know, I can see you're a bit simple. You're carnal, you know, you ain't got that level of spirituality, yeah? Or you haven't grown like that, right? So what I'm gonna do, right, is I'm gonna just give you the basics, the milk of the scriptures. Right? I ain't gonna go too deep, and they're giving you the example as a baby, right? As a baby, right? And you don't have a newborn and feed them meat.
Yeah,
baby will choke.
It says, strong meat is unto them that's a full age.
Exactly, and just like what the brother brought out, right? Seeking out things that are too hard. That means you're going into some heavy meat, but here it is. You can just about drink milk, right? It says, verse 3 says, for ye are yet carnal, for whereas there is among you envying and strife and divisions, are you not carnal and walk as men? Basically saying, look, man, you ain't on a level to be dealing with certain things yet. So I'm gonna just give you the basics. And then when you basically saying, when you stop doing all of this carnal shit, then I can now start putting you on levels.
Yeah. And it says, seek not the things that which are too hard for thee, neither search the things that are above thy strength. But what is humanity think they're upon the reference. So what does that mean? What portion you got? Think upon that. You know, with reverence unto the Lord, man. Just be happy that you're actually a part of the body. Other people are spiritual fucking amputees, man. Or just are just they ain't a part of they ain't a part of the body anymore. It just says if that right eye right hand offends you, you cut it off. Which basically that basically kind of apply to anything to anyone that's hindrance unto you. There's people who are
you don't physically cut off your right.
You don't, man. That applies unto like that really applies unto anything or anyone, which is a hindrance unto you, man. So that can also apply to someone in a camp who's just quenching the spirit, who's too proud or anything like that. And then guess what? He gets excommunicated. He gets pushed out of the way. Because the scripture says it's better to go into the kingdom of heaven, like a bit maimed, which really applies into anything that's, a hindrance unto you getting casted away.
If you think of was it gangrene or one of them ones, man?
Yeah.
If you get it, you don't
try and
cut that out. Because sometimes it gets so bad. Like, look, man, we're gonna have to cut your leg off, otherwise it's gonna keep on spreading and spreading until it kills the whole body. Right? Scripture said, "Little leaven of the whole lump." Right? And literally, if you're into bacon and that, you literally put in the amount of leaven you do to make it. You don't really need to put that much. You put in a little bit of warm. It grows. Obviously, what may not grow to full size if you're putting in just a little bit of leaven in that, but it's still leavening the whole lump, man. And then it seeps in, man. It seeps in and it expands and grows until it infects everything.
That's it. Really, that's the point, man.
Yeah.
Shit, man. Is that everything else?
Yeah, no, that was all I had. Yeah, so with that, Lord's all you were edifying. Yeah, just stay in your lane, man. Stay in your lane. When I give all praises to Yahweh Hashem Yahshua, Hashem Kadash, double honors positive GMS, and honestly, brothers pushing the word and truth, sincerity. Shalom.